Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Brinkerhoff and I'm here with Kenra Professional, and today I'm going to be walking you guys through a bridal inspired elegant smooth half up style. This is a beginner to intermediate look, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this look is going to have a blowout, smooth, bouncy type feel to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some product blow dried into her roots. So I'm going to go in with the Kenra Volume Mousse Extra 17. And I'm just going to apply this to her roots through her crown. So I'm kind of combing that in the hair, working my way down to her ears, really working that in at the scalp. And I'm mostly focusing on like the top, maybe 4 or 5 inches of her hair. I'm not really pulling it down through the ends. Okay, and then once I have that in, I'm just going to go in with a round brush and get this directed away from her face, over directing the roots up to give her a little bit of lift. Okay, so we want to help the bounce and curl in her ends as well. So I'm gonna go in with some more of this mousse and just apply it through her ends. Okay, and then I want to smooth her ends a little as well. So I'm going to go in with the Kenra Silkening Heat Cream and just lightly get this through her ends, and then I'll get this blow dried in. So at this point, she does have a few areas where she has a little bit of natural curl kind of popping through. So I'm just gonna go in and lightly get those with the flat iron, and then we can go ahead and get the ends curled. So both of the products that I applied have heat protection in them, so that's going to really work to protect her ends as I go through with the flat iron. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get her ends curled. So this look isn't super curly, so I'm not going to worry about doing anything up top. The top is going to be very smooth and sleek, so I'm mostly just focusing on her ends. So I'm kind of over directing her hair all behind her shoulders to the back, and then I'm going to start on one side and just take fairly large sections and get that sprayed with the Kenra Volume Spray 25 and get that curl with a 1 1/4 inch curling iron. Okay, so I'm gonna let that out and then just get a clip in there to let that cool. So just like that, and then I'm gonna do that all throughout the back. So the reason that I love the Kenra Volume Spray 25 for curls is because it has a really good hold to it, but it's still very brushable. So it's not too wet, it's not too sticky, but it's really going to help those curls stay. And then I'm just using my hands, my fingers here, to kind of feel once these pieces get hot, and that's when I know it's time to let that out. And then when I'm placing these clips in, sometimes it can be helpful to clip more like in the interior rather than just flat on top here to avoid creating a crease. So I'm kind of gonna go in the interior here like that. All right, so once these have cooled, I can go ahead and take my clips out and let them down. Okay, so you can see how nice and bouncy these are. Okay, so now I'm gonna have her tilt her head up a little bit, and I'm just going to get all of this brushed out. Okay, so you can see that once I get these brushed, it creates a really pretty bouncy blowout look. Okay, so now I'm going to start working back the top half. So I'm going to get a little bit of the Kenra Platinum Working Wax on my fingers, not a lot, just a little bit, and go right around her hairline and start to get some of these baby pieces kind of smoothed back. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with my tail comb and I'm going to create a line that goes from ear to ear. And depending on where you want the ponytail to sit will depend on the angle that you create your line. So if you want your ponytail to sit a little bit higher, you're gonna create more of a U shape like this. If you want it to come straight back, you can create a line that goes straight across. I'm gonna do hers slightly angled, but not so high that we can see it from the front. I'm just gonna create my line starting at the ear. So just like this. And then I will do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, so I'm just holding this in my hand now, making sure that both sides are even. And then I can start to get this combed back. So you could also do this part with a brush. If you're going to use a comb, just make sure that you have a really, really fine tooth comb so that you get all of those pieces smoothed back. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the Kenra Volume Spray 25 again. Lightly mist that in there and continue to get this brushed. Okay, and then a tiny bit more of the platinum working wax. You can see how that really gets those baby hairs. Okay, once I have this nice and smooth, I'm just gonna go in with a tiny elastic. You can do clear or black, and just get that secured. Okay, so at this point, if there's any areas that need a little bit of extra smoothing, I can go in with my tail comb and just take that right underneath the top layer, get that smoothed out. You can also use this to lift up the crown if you want a little bit of volume through there. Okay, then just going in with a little bit more of the Kenra Volume Spray 25. So notice as well that I positioned this ponytail so that you can't see the part line that I created. So you definitely want to be aware of that once you're positioning this, that you don't take it too high. Otherwise you'll be able to see their scalp. All right, so now I'm going to take a small piece and get this wrapped around the elastic to hide it. I'm going to put some of the platinum working wax on this as well to really smooth that out and define it. All the way through the ends. Okay, and then I'm going to take a small U-pin and I'm going to push this underneath this elastic right here, just like that. I'm going to wrap this around just a couple times. Okay, and then I'm going to take a second hairpin and just put the hair through there. Okay, then I can weave the hair through this hairpin, this first hairpin, and pull it through like this. And then once that's through there, okay, and then I'm just pulling this hairpin through. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the Kenra Silkening Gloss and just lightly do this through her ends. And then I can go through and get this brushed one more time. And we will be all set. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more styling videos like this.